What's up, guys? This is the second episode of the FOMO Show presented by Broken Pictures. It's a podcast slash YouTube show where we talk about all the top things in pop culture that you might have missed this week. And one of my top things this week was some new information on Netflix's Dark Crystal prequel.
Mine this week would have to be DC. Still doing good, but then they do so bad.
I'm really excited about Welcome to Marwen, Steve Carell.
And if you don't see the dog Ghost, he's excited about the new Lady and the Tramp stuff. So there may be potential spoilers for your favorite TV shows, movies, comics, and or video games. You've been warned. This is the FOMO Show. All right, what's up, guys? This is Dylan.
And I'm Lydia.
Oh, I said I'm a Quin. What? We're doing this twice? Okay, I'm Quin.
Yeah. So thanks for watching, whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or listening in podcast form. Also, hello to all our new listeners / watchers in the States and internationally and beyond. Yeah. So don't forget to check out the website. That is www.broken.picturesno.com. And you can check us out on social media. On Facebook, we are Broken Pictures Social. On Instagram and Twitter, we are Broken_social. And you can find us on Patreon, if you so desire, at Broken Pictures. But more importantly, if you would just like, share, rate, and review the podcast or the YouTube show, if you would subscribe. If you're on YouTube, tick that little bell and you'll get notified of new shows when they come out. So a couple special notes. Today is my sister's birthday, my older sister. Happy birthday, Ginger.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And yesterday was my Nana's birthday, and tomorrow is my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Nana. Happy birthday, Dad.
Yep. What she said.
My future,
Sorry,
my future in-laws. Happy birthday, guys.
Woohoo.
So just a quick note, we're going to break for Christmas. The holidays are coming up, and we've got family stuff, and I'm sure you do too. So I know you guys are going to have a lot more free time to listen to stuff, but we don't have free time to make things. So we're going to take a break, and we'll probably be back the first of the year. So we'll see you guys then. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. Feliz Navidad, Happy Hanukkah. And have
or if you don't celebrate.
Or if you don't, yeah.
Have a good Tuesday.
Yeah.
Have a good Tuesday.
There you go.
All right.
So once again, spoiler alert before we get into it. What are you guys watching, reading, listening to this week?
Well, I am still fully enthralled in playing Smash Bros. And I'm probably going to start watching Titans because I've been trying to stay away from the show, but now it done got to a point where it's like, all right, I need to see what this insanity is.
More on that later.
Yes.
I'm just rewatching The Office.
Yep.
As usual.
Yep. And let's see, we watched The Christmas Chronicles on Netflix. It was all right. And then we watched The Dark Crystal because she had never seen it before. That's definitely a see it. Don't miss it. Let's see, what else? I saw Donnie Darko. I would say don't miss it just because it's a cult classic. I saw it for the first time, so, that's a big deal, apparently. And what was the other thing we watched? Oh, Hitman's Bodyguard. I would say miss it. Yeah, it's not that hot. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it was
okay.
It could have been great.
Okay.
Could have been very good.
Yeah.
They missed it just by a small margin.
I feel like the writer and everybody was on board with it being like a quirky, like Bad Times at the El Royale type, quirky Ryan Reynolds type thing, but the director didn't get it, and so he shot it like a regular action movie.
Oh.
And so the like all the over the top stuff and all the jokes just kind of fell flat. It was like, what, every action movie trope you're gonna do this?
Yeah.
Where had it been like a tongue in cheek thing, it'd have been like, yes, you know. But it just didn't come off.
That's depressing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good performance. A lot of like what's funny, well, never mind. Whatever.
All right.
Well, all right then. It looks like it is time to move on to the movie of the week. Well, yeah, the number one movie everywhere right now is, by probably no one's surprise, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
But then on the other side of that, the movie that just did super horrible, and they're probably like crying and wanting to lick their wounds, but they can't because everything got chopped off, is The Mortal Engines, which they stand to lose, what was it, $100 million?
At least.
At least? Okay.
That's
Well, okay.
heartbreaking.
I mean, I'm sure it's a great movie, but it's just
Bad timing.
Spider-Man is amazing.
The only bad thing I heard about Spider-Man from people that went to see it is that they should probably put a seizure warning on there.
Oh, really?
Because they made that movie like it's a comic book. So it has very vibrant colors and a lot of flashiness.
Yeah, and it's kind of the way that it's made. Lord and Miller, the same guys that did the Lego Movie, did it.
Oh.
And the way they shot it was kind of like Kevin Smith said, it was like a love letter to the medium, to comic books. And so it kind of felt like a jump, skip around, kind of like the not so perfect thing with some of the colors leaking over and that type of thing. But the way they shot it, Sony is actually pursuing a patent on that style.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I hope they don't get it. But also in theaters, we're releasing this Friday, except I believe just one movie. And that's going to be the first one to talk about. It's going to be Mary Poppins Returns, starring Emily Blunt. It comes out Wednesday. And Emily Blunt's already getting some, recognition, being nominated for Best Actress awards, and this movie being up for Best Picture, which is surprising, kind of.
I have mixed feelings, but everybody's so excited about it.
I mean, it's the sequel to literally Disney's first movie. So, is it the first movie? Yeah.
Was it their first live action?
I think so.
Oh, live action.
Yes.
Oh,
Wow. Julie Andrews. I feel like it's hard to top that, but if you were going to top it, you would do it with Emily Blunt.
It's the only way.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, Dick Van Dyke's birthday was this week. Happy birthday,
Happy
Dick Van Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke.
Why didn't they release it on his birthday?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Come on.
Because movie schedules.
Missed opportunity.
But also coming out, we have Aquaman, which is doing better than...
And also has Julie Andrews.
It does. Aquaman's doing better, but everywhere it's doing better than probably anyone thought it was going to. It's doing about what I thought it would, because DC gotta get their stuff together. But that's like a ongoing thing for me. Also, we have Bumblebee, and thank you, Bumblebee. We applaud you for making the Transformers movie that we needed back in 2008.
Yes, make Transformers good again.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Have you not seen Transformers?
No, I've seen Transformers. I didn't know making them good again was like a want that people had.
No, I just said that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but people obviously want Transformers to be good because people love Transformers.
Also, yes. It's like a 16th of my childhood.
I see.
1/16. Did you ever see Beast Wars?
I did see Beast
Oh
Wars.
my gosh.
I love Beast Wars.
We used to sneak out of class to go see Beast Wars at Bible school.
The best. Also, we have Second Act coming out this Friday as well.
Which I would like to say something about. So basically Made in Manhattan, except for instead of changing your life for a guy, it's for a career. Pretty much the exact same cast almost. So pretty funny.
That dude from This Is Us.
Oh, yeah. So different main guy, but of course there's a love interest, whatever. But instead of putting on the wrong outfit, they send in a fake resume to a funny job. So, not a funny job, like a quality job or whatever, but whatever.
All right, 2018. Moving on, we have also coming out this Friday weekend, whichever, Welcome to Marwen, which I can't go see that because I don't want to cry in front of people.
Everything good in the world is going to happen in that movie.
Yeah, it looks so good. So creative.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
Steve
with the
Carell.
schedules, if unless otherwise stated, the schedule, the movies usually come out on Friday, but
Some might be
some big
Thursday.
releases usually come out like Thursday night. So yeah.
What's the midnight premiere? Like,
Yeah,
that's
well, I
like
mean,
a thing.
Yeah.
It used to be like a midnight premiere. Now
No,
it's
it's
like
like 10
Thursday
o'clock.
at 7. You can go watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah. Like the day before.
Because I guess they're trying to, movie workers are people too.
Yeah. And they're trying
And
to
appeal to us
get
old
more
folks.
money in so they can have a bigger weekend. I guess that's what like Deadpool and Mary Poppins doing with coming out on the Wednesdays. Because nobody else is coming out on Wednesdays.
Avoid that rush. Less competition.
And they can't do it on Tuesday because that's half price movie tickets.
Also, yes. But over the break, while we are going to be gone, this is what you can go see in theaters. On Christmas Day, we have Holmes and Watson, which, you got Will Ferrell and what's the other guy's name?
John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly, which everybody's seen Talladega Nights.
And Step Brothers.
And Step Brothers. They're back again to team up in the weirdest movie they could possibly team up in, actually.
No, I think we're going to talk about that later in...
Some of the promos said they're homies.
This is it's Step Brothers Victorian age. That's what this is.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness.
It's like, let's just throw those two into any time frame or any plot and just see what happens.
It works.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see it. I'd support it.
And also, coming out on Christmas Day, we have If Bill Street Could Talk, which the director of Moonlight, this is his sequel movie.
Ooh.
Not the sequel to Moonlight, just his
Like
second
his sophomore
movie.
project.
Yeah,
I
his
see.
sophomore project. There we
And
go.
it looks excellent.
Yes, it's going to be... I can't watch it in theaters. I'm going to cry again. So, but it looks like it's going to be a really good movie, and I feel like it's going to get a lot of nominations because apparently he's just good at making magic.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
Magic.
And next up, also coming out, Christmas. Also on Christmas Day, we have On the Basis of Sex. What is this?
This is actually a Ruth Bader Ginsburg movie.
Okay.
It's about sexism.
Oh, this is her
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Okay, I did not know.
Yeah, my first read too was like PG-13.
Okay, I'd heard it was coming out. I just didn't know that's what it was going to be called. But yeah, movie by Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Be a good movie.
She's also got a RBG documentary on CNN too.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, she has a lot of stuff.
A lot
And
going on for old lady.
next up, we have a movie about the scariest man from the 2000s, Dick Cheney, and he is being played by Christian Bale, which, as you know, Christian Bale just literally becomes whoever he plays, and now he's becoming an actual person, and he looks eerily close to Dick Cheney. So,
Here, can you clean the end out of that for me? How's that looking down there?
while watching all the previews, they literally, in every preview, that is always the last scene that they show is him shooting the dude. And I'm like, oh, okay. And his wife is like, damn it, Dick, why?
And he's just kind of like, whoops.
I'm bad.
Almost like he did it on purpose.
We just don't talk about it.
Oh, man.
Next up, also coming out.
I'm sorry. That reminded me. Sam Rockwell's in that movie, too. He plays George W. We also watched 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Yeah, we did.
And I loved it. I thought it was great.
It took me a minute. Like, after we first watched it, I felt very, like, I didn't have any closure about it. And then I slept on it. I was like, that was a really good movie. Yeah.
The only thing up front
Everything
is that, like, I hate it because we're from the South. I hate it when we watch a movie about the South and people are like exaggerated. Like, why don't you write a contract betwixt us? Like,
Yeah.
nobody talks like that.
And it was Missouri or whatever, so
Yeah,
it's even
that's like
more,
north of us.
Yeah. And it didn't really define like what time period it was supposed to be in,
Yeah.
like if it was older or newer. Like there's no really, like she has a cell phone, but it's not a smartphone, so it's like you don't know really what time period
there
it
was
is.
a couple things that kind of alluded that it was like recent, like the past
more
couple
recent.
years. Yeah.
So it's a little aggravating when stuff like that happens because I graduated with 24 people in my graduating class.
Jeez.
I know what a small town is like.
Okay.
I grew up in South Arkansas. No one is like this, okay? No one.
I mean, outside looking in, maybe? I don't know.
It
I mean,
seems that way.
I don't know. It always seems to be that way.
But I do know people for sure like Sam Rockwell's character. Abso-freaking-lutely.
Also, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But
Sam Rockwell again.
He's the main dude.
He played the bad guy on The Green Mile,
Yeah.
and it was really good.
Yeah. So
he's
anyway,
quality.
sorry to interrupt.
oh,
Quin.
it's no problem. Because we have our fourth movie that is coming out on Christmas Day, Destroyer. What? I don't know what this movie is.
It's got Nicole Kidman, and I'm not really sure what it's about, but she's almost unrecognizable.
Oh. Huh.
Good.
Okay. And then we have coming out December
So good.
20 December 28th. We have The House on The House That Jack Built.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, whoa, did she die? What happened?
I think so. Says a police detective reconnects with people from an undercover assignment in her distant past in order to make peace. So she obviously can't live with the decisions she's made.
Bum, bum, bum.
Stress is real.
Oh, Sebastian Stan is in that. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
what's his face?
Young Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
cool. So yeah, The House That Jack Built, which I once again don't know what this movie is.
It's like a horror slasher film with
Oh.
Matt Dillon. Matt Dillon.
Okay. And then we have coming out also on December 28th, Stan and Ollie.
Yes, that's the Laurel Hardy movie, starring John C. Reilly.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll watch that.
Who I don't know if he's wearing a fat suit or if he put on that much weight, but
Probably put on
him and Steve Coogan play Lauren Hardy, and it's kind of like their fallout behind the scenes and that kind of thing, and it looks amazing. It just looks like a really fun movie.
Oh my goodness. Look at him.
Yeah, he put on that weight.
You think?
But he's got like this and Holmes and
Yeah,
Watson
that's
coming out in the same
Look at those
freaking weekend.
ears. I can't talk, but that's why I cover my nose.
With that, we're passing it on to
Yeah, I'm going to talk about on digital. So anything, oh, never mind, just kidding. So everything would have been released today,
Yeah.
unless I say so.
Yeah, today's Tuesday. We film on Tuesday, so you're probably watching this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever.
So Bad Times at the El Royale, which actually looks pretty good. Waitlist, Bird Box, mid-90s, don't know.
Mid-90s is Jonah Hill's first directorial.
Ooh, I love Jonah Hill, so I'm going to support him.
Yeah, and it looks
Okay.
really good. He actually wrote and directed it, and it's like
Quality.
it's like a skateboarder coming of age.
Oh, yeah.
flick.
Yeah, I have seen that. Or I haven't seen it, but I've seen the trailers. Hellfest, which is...
Probably a horror movie, something. I'm not
Sorry,
sure
I got
some of these were just
dog
kind of
hair
like
on
obscure.
yeah, pretty much.
They seem very obscure.
And over the break, so on Christmas, Goosebumps 2 is going to be coming out on digital. Halloween is going to come out a couple days after Christmas.
I'm not watching it.
What?
I don't like horror movies.
Oh, that's
my
true.
gosh.
But
Oh, man.
this one was good.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
Just the first Halloween and this one. That's all you need.
Yeah, nothing else matters.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, and it's good. It wasn't even like really that scary. I mean, it was freaky.
I used to be able to like just sit in my room when I was younger and watch horror movies just like in the pitch black darkness by myself. But now, I don't know, turn them on, I have nightmares.
I think it's because, like, I feel that way now because that could happen to me and no one would know. Like, someone could come when I'm home alone and murder me, and it would take a little while for someone to find out. But when you live with your parents and stuff like that, it's like, oh, in the morning when they wake me up for school, they're going to find me, or, something like that. Now it's just like, I could be dead for days.
Yeah, like the ones like The Strangers, where it's just like normal people go crazy, like those bother me.
Yeah, those seriously freak me out. Demons, stuff like that.
Well, the supernatural stuff like demon stuff bothers me.
That bothers me because I believe in that. What doesn't bother me is like zombie stuff, jump scare stuff.
Yeah. I can handle zombies, obviously, but
a crazy dude escaping out of a mental house with a mask.
Yeah, and then he just kind of like in your house, and then lightning, and you see a silhouette, and you don't see. Yeah.
And then he misses you completely and hits the couch.
And then he gets shot, stabbed, run over, thrown out of a building. It is
and
still
he's
coming
still
after
coming
you.
after me?
Yeah.
No, I quit. All right, just kill me. You win.
You know what? You got me.
Yeah,
Fair's fair.
I can't help but laugh at most horror movies though, because like the supernatural ones that aren't like
But that takes the
demons
fun out
and
of it, because then you're just like, oh, this is stupid.
But yeah, exactly. Like I'm the worst. Ask my brother. I'm like he freaking hates watching movies with me because I'm just like that's dumb, and I'm like laughing, especially if I've had a drink or two and I'm chatty. I'm just like. We were watching like Insidious or something at my sister's house, and I was just like, and they were just like, shut up.
It takes about 4.2 seconds to get into a movie. Like, if I have just gotten home, I didn't know that maybe he had a beer or something like that. It takes 4.2 seconds for me to realize
Why is
it.
it so Pacific? Pacific.
We're not even through the commercials. No, I've timed it.
Okay.
one drink chat. One drink chatty. That's me.
I'm gonna start calling you Chatty Chad.
I have a friend named Chad.
I realized that's why I said that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Also on digital on the 28th of December will be The Oath, and then Life Changer is not rated, and it's video on demand. Is that right? Did I say that right?
Yep,
he put VOD. Okay. And that's coming out on New Year's Day. So a couple more on New Year's Day is going to be The Old Man and the Gun and
Which has Robert Redford. I'm excited.
who I love.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know
It's like a film festival movie.
Cool.
I love me some Robert Redford. And State Like Sleep, not rated also, and coming out on digital and video on demand, comes out on New Year's Day as well.
State Like Sleep has Michael Shannon.
Ooh.
And the lady from Fantastic Beasts that plays the cop.
Who?
I know her face. I just can't think of her.
Yeah,
Tessa Thompson?
No. Fantastic Beasts. The lady that you don't care for. She was in something else recently that we watched.
Oh, Catherine Waterston.
Yeah.
She was on Alien Covenant.
Yeah.
That we did. I don't like her. Yeah.
This one actually looks really interesting. Like she's the wife of an actor, and then he dies, and she has to deal with the repercussions of his double life. And she's like trying. It's like a murder mystery noir type.
Huh.
Interesting.
I likes it. I might watch it.
Can I have a sip of your water,
No.
please?
No.
What?
Of course.
Thank you. I'm just respecting.
But you'll take a French fry off my plate any day.
Well, other people are present, so.
That's where that's where the manners come in.
That's right. All right, so on disc this week, coming out today. Tuesday is when we film, so it'll be today. Of course, you can always just go to the store and look for yourself, but for the sake of coverage, I'm going to talk about it. All right, so today we've got Venom coming out, rated PG-13. We've got... Yep, I haven't seen it yet. Got to see it. The House with a Clock in Its Walls from Eli Roth, one of the great horror directors. Rated PG with Jack Black. It's a family movie.
It's a nice little family movie.
Yeah, so he was busy doing this instead of Goosebumps too. And then we've got A Simple Favor, rated R. Then we've got The Predator, which has been out on digital for like months, and because it like flopped. I think it was like it was rotten on Rotten Tomatoes or something like that.
So is this like I haven't heard about it that much. Is this a reboot of the original?
Yeah, it was.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a reboot or just continuing.
It's like a reboot sequel. So like after a
re-sequel.
So kind of like Halloween.
A requel.
Yeah, like the events of the original Predator happened, and then this whole organization got created because of that, and they knew the Predators existed, and like their job is to capture Predators, study them, and then combat them if need be. And then like...
So every Alien movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
So there's like an alpha predator now or something like that,
yes,
right?
because
so
like a big one.
Yeah, because they found out something, and then that something that they found out came to Earth and was like, and and like he has a little box that translates everything he says, and is like,
because they understand the language from all the studying of dead creatures.
Gotcha.
and then and then he started beating stuff up, and
but there's no Arnold in this movie, correct?
No,
no
there
Danny
isn't.
Glover.
No, they make a whole lot of references to everything they did, though. Like, literally everything. Like, even said, get to the chopper. But it wasn't a helicopter, it was a motorcycle.
Wow.
That's kind of funny, I guess.
Okay. But from what I understand when this one came out, it was kind of like a tongue-in-cheek, like comedy, action style. So that's kind of cool.
It was fun.
Sorry. All right, so we got Fahrenheit 11/9, Michael Moore documentary about Trump. Then we've got Life Itself. I'm not quite sure what that one is. Assassination Nation. Looks like a crazy movie. Then we got Little Women. It's like a reimagining with Leah Thompson. I don't know. 1985 seems like an obscure one. Airstrike. An obscure Bruce Willis movie that I never heard of. It's rated R. The Super, rated R. Mars from Nat Geo season 2 is coming out.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Boom, baby. Bill. Sorry, I have to say that. Then The Sinner season 2 from USA.
Which we never watched.
Yeah, it looks really
Still
intriguing.
mad that we haven't caught up on it.
Who's that, Jessica Biel?
Yes, whom I love.
Yeah. I'm sure JT loves her too.
What?
That was a cheesy joke. I don't know.
Yeah.
So over the break, I'm just going to move right along here and pretend it didn't happen. That's what I do best.
But bring you back up.
Later on when I think it's funny again. So over the break, we're going to get White Boy Rick on Christmas Day. And then we get Night School on the 1st. Bad Times at the El Royale on the 1st. Axel on the 1st. And Bad Reputation, which is the Joan Jett documentary. Yeah. On the 1st.
Pretty good.
And Love Gilda, which I really want to see. It's not rated too well, but I still want to see it. She was an original cast member for Saturday Night Live.
He's pointing to a record.
Yeah, there's a record, like the first live album that I found in a thrift store. It has all the original cast members on it. It was pretty amazing.
Even Dan Aykroyd and Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I paid $1 for it. It's a steal. I'll probably sell it on eBay for lots of money, but
different face. He's got the same face as
he's immortal.
Yeah. If you're interested, make me an offer. I can't refuse. So, all right. So let's get into the movie news. All right. So, all right. I like your intro. I like what you got, what you're laying down there.
Very Seinfeldish.
So I'm not gonna redo it. I just messed it up, made it worse. I've got nowhere to put my papers because I just keep hitting everything. So Jordan Peele's sophomore project, his next movie coming out is kind of it's a mystery. He dropped this poster, and it was like two faces, like two heads, kind of facing out, and it makes almost like a heart. And it was just a white poster, and it's just like two black silhouettes faces looking outwards, and that was it. And they kind of like drifted down towards the center. And then there's another one that he dropped this week. The film is called Us. And that's pretty much the only thing. Well, pretty much the only thing we know about it is it stars Lupita Nyong'o and Winston Duke, M'Baku.
Okay.
And then it's got a supporting role of Elizabeth Moss, and and there's supposed to be a new teaser trailer come out on Christmas. But this new poster has like the same shape, except it's like where you stick your fingers and it's scissors.
Huh.
And I think it's red.
Why do we have the same reaction to that? But
Yeah. But anything Jordan Peele is doing right now, I am so into.
He did the that
I'm
one.
gonna let you.
What?
He did the movie that we watched. That
I'm honestly just letting you because I can't think of the name of it either.
I'm gonna look it up.
Come on, Get Out.
Get Out.
Get Out.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Get Out. He just did Get Out.
Okay. Yeah.
So that was his like debut.
I loved it because I grew up watching The Twilight Zone and stuff like that, and it seemed like an extended episode of The Twilight Zone. I loved it.
Yeah, very very good. We watched him
And
on.
he is rebooting The Twilight Zone.
No,
Which is
thank you.
also
Please
very
stop.
No. I'm like, there's so many people on board like with this. Like Stephen Ewan from it just signed on too.
From The Walking Dead.
From The Walking Dead, yeah.
But it's
His character was Glenn.
terrifying.
Yeah, it is pretty
Yeah.
scary.
I'm super excited to see what he's going to do with it.
terrify people. That's what it's going to do.
But it's not just horror. It's also like sci-fi, like
Okay.
what if scenarios. Kind of like Black Mirror, kind of, except not just futurish.
So I'm just going to watch every other episode. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, they're supposed to be redoing the Airplane episode that had like the original one that had Shatner. It's like, what? There's something on the wing, you know that one.
Mm-hmm.
But they're using Scott.
There's a colonial woman churning butter on the wing.
Sorry,
From Bridesmaids? Nobody?
Sorry.
Nobody? Okay.
I didn't watch it.
it's a good movie.
Okay.
It was really fun.
Just kidding. Quality.
Shoot, I can't see his name. I see his face. Scott, Adam Scott, is playing the
Ben?
main character. Yeah, from Parks and Rec is playing the main character in that episode.
Cool.
Yep.
So I'm going to talk about Steve Carell. He is down for a third Anchorman movie, which I'm really questioning why. In all honesty, like, why would you continue to do something so ridiculous but also funny?
Well, he in the article I read, he said basically all I do is show up and yell weird things. So I'm down.
Which is hilarious. I'm great with Steve Carell. Like, if they're gonna do a third Anchorman, it's got to be the correct cast. But why are you trying to continue to like?
Whammy.
Because, I mean, okay, so Steve Carell, he came from comedy before he started getting all these Academy,
Serious roles,
roles and winning awards. So, like, I guess it's his way of keeping in touch with his roots. And it's not like he doesn't like the guys he works with.
Yeah.
No, right. I'm fine with him doing it, but like, why would there be a third Anchorman movie? Like, what purpose is this gonna serve?
Well, did you see that they're read the rest of it?
I did.
Read it out loud, please.
Steve Carell's down for a third Anchorman movie. Originally, Adam McKay said he was finished after the second one, but now he says he has an idea that Ron Burgundy, Veronica Corningstone, and team embedded as Iraq War journalists could be funny. Recently, the Ron Burgundy podcast was launched with Will Ferrell reprising his role. I just think that is not funny.
So then why did you want to read this part?
Because I want to talk about how unfunny I think it is.
Oh, great. Okay. Well,
Wow.
I'm curious for the podcast because that's a different medium, and we're getting
I think that could be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and like he's got a Twitter account, and I've seen him posting on stuff, and it's pretty hilarious.
Will Ferrell.
Yeah, as Ron Burgundy.
Right, of course.
So it's kind of like Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool type thing.
Right. I understand.
They're basically one and the same. But so I don't know if they're what are you, Quin is losing it over there. What?
So that part in the movie So the part, in the second Anchorman, when like they have their little fight scene, and he's like, "Where did you get a future gun?" And it's like, "Oh, don't worry about it." That just keeps ringing in my head, and it makes me laugh every time.
Like, I love stupid movies. Okay, I love them. I love to laugh at them. They're great. I loved Anchorman 1. I loved Anchorman 2. Please stop.
Well, you might be in a small circle of people that loved Anchorman 2.
I know. Because so like if you love Anchorman 2, you know that you can't do an Anchorman 3 because that was the last of our patience. You got the rest of the laughs.
Maybe they're testing the audience with this podcast to see if there's still
an audience
hunger. Yeah.
I don't. I'm gonna go on and say that you shouldn't do that.
I mean, I'll watch it.
I mean, I'll watch it. I'll probably even buy it, but I'll probably have T-shirts. I'll probably dress up as Veronica Corningstone for Halloween. Who knows? Yeah. But I mean,
invented in Iraq. Yeah. So basically, it looks like almost that they're like the format that they took for the second one was to make a not necessarily a political statement, but like a commentary on certain things through the lens of these characters.
Right, which is what they did with Anchorman
1. Did they do that in Anchorman 1?
Yeah.
Kind of, but it was more like on a
situational comedy type thing.
Yeah.
I guess it was more subliminal in Anchorman 1 and Anchorman 2. They just like went after it.
Yeah.
It was like really just a commentary on 24-hour news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was still funny, but
yeah, it was hilarious.
Because of the stuff he just said. Find a car chase. Put that on the air.
Yeah.
And that's
we'll make up stuff.
Yeah. Like honestly, that's why it was so good. That's why we liked it because like it exactly
on the nose.
It came out during a time when that was like really going on. So
yeah, well, it's still going on.
I mean, always going on, but like people will realize it.
Yeah, and it felt good to like hear somebody say what everybody was thinking.
Exactly. Like, wow, you made a whole daggum movie about it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, moving on. So, Legendary Pictures has acquired the rights to the cult classic, The Toxic Avenger. Yes. And they're in the works for it. I'm curious if they're gonna mess it up, but I'm hoping they really don't.
Yeah. I love the Toxic Avenger. I had no business watching the Toxic Avenger at my age, and I could thank my dad. I could thank my dad for that. Like we would be like, I remember one occasion we were watching Friday the 13th, and of course Jason's chasing around this topless chick, with a machete, and I'm like 12, 13. My mom walks in and is like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, what? And she's like, "Get out of here." I was like, "Oh." So yeah, I saw the Toxic Avenger at a tender young age, and
well, I saw it when I was.
But it might have been a thing back then too, because like think about like all the '80s movies with kids, like they all had foul mouths, but also like Toxic Avenger. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, they also all had cartoons.
They did.
So it's like, let's make a cartoon out of the most inappropriate movie we can think of right now.
And they did it more than once. I saw it probably was like 14. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I just happened to come across it. I was like, what is this? This sounds cool. I watched it and I was like, oh yeah, this is my life now.
Yes, it's so good. That what was it, Melvin or something like that? The original. Like that guy was in so many trauma movies. There was one, I can't remember it. I can't even remember what it was called, but he played like where the janitor and the principal swapped. I can't even remember what the name of the movie is. Oh my gosh, it was hilarious.
I need to watch it now.
It was hilarious. Like all I remember is being a young kid and hearing something about it. It bleeds when I pee, and I just thought that was the funniest thing. And he's like, "I pee red" or something like that. That was
you
don't
like
have
to
the
keep
line.
talking about it.
But the janitor was like mentally impaired, and it was just immature and funny. But anyways, so
Talking about things that they really shouldn't do, Benicio del Toro is going to play the villain in the Dora Explorer movie. He will be the voice of Swiper, and Isabella Moner will be playing Dora.
the fact that they classified it as villain.
Yeah, like, I'm really confused. I feel like in this version of it, like, rather than just the awkward pause, it's gonna be a extended pause where you just have 4 minutes to think about life and all of the choices that you've made.
Like I want to know what take they're gonna like, because she's an adult playing Dora, right?
Yeah, it's got to be
So
one of those
weird.
things where, like, on Halloween, she was dressed up as Dora the Explorer, and she has to explore and find something.
Yeah, is this like a
What?
tongue-in-cheek
I don't know if
type
that's
style
what it's
for
going to
the
be. I'm
adults
saying
that
that
grew
they
up
should
on
do
this?
that.
You know, it'd be hilarious.
Those aren't
though.
adults yet. Like, who grew up on Dora the Explorer? They're not even grown-ups yet.
That's true. They're teenagers now.
Yeah, like, those aren't adults.
I just noticed your Darth Vader
finger.
ring is really cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
and Rebels. You.
No, well, I mean, Dora Explorer premiered when I was 6. I want to say 6.
What? Really?
I think so. Yeah, you might want to.
I didn't grow
Check
up
me
on
out.
Dora the Explorer, and I'm younger than you guys.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I feel
I
like-
want to know, like, what drew the great Benicio del Toro to play Swiper the Fox? Like, is this for his kids?
That's a picture of her.
Let me see. Yeah.
This is going to be everything we hate in the world.
the trailer
Please don't.
should
She's an
be
adult.
like a spoof on Infinity War.
No, Thanos, no snapping, Thanos, no snapping.
So Dora the Explorer TV series was from 2000 to 2015.
Yeah, I would have been. 7.
Wow, it ran
I
15
was
years.
7. Yeah.
What?
I would have been
How
7.
old are you?
25.
I did not know this. I'm only 24. So you're only a year older than me. Sorry, revelations on the show here. Did not know this. Anyway, continue.
Oh, right. So.
Are we skipping all that? crap?
I mean.
Are you going to
yeah.
talk? Oh, I was going to talk about that glass. Are you talking about Glass?
No, you are.
I was just going to mention that we got a new international trailer for Glass, and I really want to see this movie, but I didn't notice like too much new footage or any content. Or
Footage.
anything.
No footage.
Footage. I'm
No
hungry.
footage on this one.
Anyways, it was worth a mention.
It comes out on January 18th.
Yes.
That's why we're mentioning
Super
it.
quick. Yeah.
Because it comes out soon.
Well, while that's happening, on the other side of somewhere, wherever the headquarters for MoviePass is, MoviePass is trying to make their third comeback in I don't know how many months, but they're coming back with a prepay plan for 3, 6, and 12 months with 3 tiers that you can choose from. And Dylan, you want to read off those tiers?
Yeah. So with each tier, you only actually get 3 movies per month, rather than a movie per day or even 3 movies a week. It's 3 movies a month. Tier 1, it comes to about $14, and you only get access to a small curated selection of movies. And tier 2, it's about $20 a month, and you get a larger selection of curated movies. Tier 3 is about $24 a month. You get the same selection of larger curated movies, but you can watch it on IMAX or 3D too.
Wow.
So, and also, hey, we're going to cut you another deal, because if you buy more than one subscription, we'll save you $1 per subscription.
What do you mean more than one subscription?
Yeah, so like if I got a subscription and we got a subscription on the same account,
Like a
we got,
family plan?
like 2 subscriptions, we would save $2, $1
So like
per
paying
subscription.
$48, you'll just pay
$46.
$46 for 3 movies.
That I may or may not go see. So why wouldn't I just go buy a movie ticket?
3 movies each, I should say.
That's dumb.
Yeah. So AMC Stubbs A-List still sits far and away as the best deal here, where you get $20 a month. You get 3 movies a week, and you can see them all in the same day. You can see all the same movie in the same day. You can see 3D, IMAX, whatever the hell you want to watch.
Wow, that's
Like,
better.
Yeah, like if you go back through our YouTube page and you see like over the summer we were doing like movie reviews and stuff. It's because I had a MoviePass. I was paying $10, $20 a month.
A MoviePass that he had just gotten.
Yeah.
Mind you.
Yeah, and then like then they can't like they bumped it up and was like, oh, by the way, I know you're paying $10, $14 a month. We're gonna make it like $25 now, and you can't get into all these movies. So it's like
It made it
so
worse.
I was like, screw that, I'm done, man.
Yeah.
And like the check-in was terrible. So I kind of understand like not transferring it to other people. But in our situation where we're not going to be available to watch movies all the time, we would take JoJo and try and like have him be able to use it.
We probably shouldn't get into that. Everybody did
So
it.
we tried and it didn't work.
Yeah,
I mean, they know.
I made it work.
Anyway, like that's stupid to me that you can't use it amongst whoever.
Well, that's kind of like your Netflix account. Like everybody uses it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, if you're paying the subscription, and
I own it, then it's my choice to do with it what I want.
Yeah, as long as it didn't matter who's seeing it. If you're seeing one movie a day and you're allowed one movie a day, then who cares?
Exactly.
I mean, it's paid for.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're betting that you're not going to see it, and that's where they're going to make their money back. Blah 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 blah, whatever.
They're just in a hole and keep digging deeper.
Yeah, it's like they just need to stop because nobody is going to do this. Mm-mm. And if they are, then I don't know what they're thinking.
So much so that we should probably move on.
Yeah. Oh, I also wanted to mention this new trailer. There's this movie called Captive State, and it's got Madeline Burr, Vera Farmiga, John Goodman, Ashton Sanders, and Jonathan Majors. It's a sci-fi thriller. It looks really interesting. It's kind of like it's 10 years after an alien occupation, and the aliens have set up this new government, and there are people that are loyal to them. But John Goodman is like either a spokesman or a head of an underground movement to take the Earth back, and he recruits this kid whose father was killed by the aliens or something like that. So,
I'm assuming there's a prophecy somewhere.
no, it doesn't seem like. It just seems like he's off like running, and John Goodman's character has a connection, like a family type connection, where he was close with his dad, and he's like, are you going to let your dad's murder go on,
Avenged.
whatever, unavenged or whatever?
Right.
But yeah, it looks really, really interesting.
Okay. And now we are.
Hold on, we got to talk about the new Hellboy.
Poster?
The new Hellboy poster came out. We're getting a new trailer on Thursday, and I'm so stoked for this new Hellboy movie.
Good.
Yeah, even though I'm still pissed off that we didn't get Hellboy 3 from Del Toro, that could still happen. I'm crossing my fingers. Not likely, but with all this multiverse stuff going on, and they might actually come back and do it. But
We'll see.
I don't know. We'll see. Crossing my fingers. But I'm super stoked for this new Hellboy. Also, I was born in Missouri. There was a poacher in Missouri, and over the course of 3 years, he poached several hundred deer, and he got caught and went before the judge, and he got all of his hunting rights taken away for the rest of his life, revoked completely.
Jeez.
And 1 year in prison. But the kicker is once a month he has to watch Bambi for the year he's in prison.
That's hilarious.
That's pretty
About
awesome.
to see Bambi 12 times.
He's gonna come out a changed man.
And also, they're finished. They did it. They're done. The Joker movie has wrapped up production, which means next year, maybe?
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a release date yet.
There isn't. I haven't seen
At
one.
least 2020.
Oh, well, then sometime in 2020.
Yeah.
Or unless they decide to bump it up, but they probably won't because they're trying to avoid Endgame. But it's going to be... I still don't know how... I mean, I know how I feel about it. there's a lot of things about this movie that kind of confuse me. For it being a Joker origin, Bruce Wayne in the movie is a child still.
Oh, really?
And then there's some things going around. They're saying that like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker isn't the Joker that we know later on in life. He is like the catalyst for the man that will one day become the Joker.
Interesting.
And like he might end up dying, but like influence somebody so much that they try to become the Joker, or a version of it become like Red Hood, meet Batman, fall into the vat, then out. And yeah, you know, all that.
That was nice.
I love Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, his take on the Joker, just that split second thing where like the eyebrow twitch, that is like, I love that. That's such a good command of character.
I haven't seen it. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Like, yeah, that guy does not get his due.
Not at all.
And also, this is Lydia's. This is
Yeah.
Lydia's.
So Disney is planning to use real dogs for the live-action Lady and the Tramp. Why they're doing a live-action Lady of the Tramp, I'll get on my soapbox about that later, probably. But they have cast Dak Shepard as the voice for Tramp, which I'm perfectly okay with. And speaking of Dak Shepard, he this past week, some news came out. He was accused by a woman named Katie Edwards, who accused him of cheating on Kristen Bell with her back in 2009. And essentially, she posted about it.
A lot of stuff from 2009 coming out this year.
Yeah, so I guess that's why she picked that year. But essentially, he came out and was like, no, those pictures are from 2005, before I met Kristen Bell, who I met in 2007. So these pictures are correct, like they're accurate, but you put the wrong timestamp on them, kind of thing. And they addressed it publicly, which I really appreciate. Like, just the honesty that is in their life seems really nice.
Yeah, and like apparently before he was with Kristen Bell, he was in an open relationship with somebody for like a decade or something, and so that I guess that kind of leaves it open for him to make it look like he would have tried to try something with her, but from what I understand, they don't have that type of relationship, and he's totally cool with it. But also, from what the article said, that she has tried this same thing with other dudes.
Hugh Jackman. There was another list. She had like a long list. She's tried like 4 or 5 other guys to say that she's had a relationship with them once they were with someone else. I'm trying to find the list real quick. Sorry. Matthew Perry, Jack Osborne, and Kid Rock. That's who it was. So not Hugh Jackman. I don't know where I got that from.
Who cares about Kid Rock? That's probably true.
Come on.
Is he even with anybody? I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Unrelated. In other news.
All right. So Golden Globes. Carol Burnett is set to receive the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Congratulations.
And then also Jeff Bridges is going to receive the Cecil B. DeMille Award.
Congratulations.
Woo. So then we got the Oscars, who are now still can't figure out their host situation. They're talking about possibly doing a variety show type thing where they use multiple people. It's like, we can't get one, so let's just get a bunch.
But why? I don't. That's gross.
It's like they're trying to do like an SNL type thing.
Yeah, that will make them fail.
Yeah, sorry guys.
All
right, so jumping into Marvel news here, we've got Scott Derrickson is returning to direct Doctor Strange Part 2. It's set for 2021.
Jeez, that's out there.
Yeah.
Like, why even talk about it so soon?
I guess they just like say, hey, we're doing it.
Yeah.
And, well, I guess like they've announced so little for Phase 4. I guess this is kind of like,
I could see that. Yeah.
Avengers 4 trailer dropped, so now we can talk about some stuff. Excuse me. So also another thing that they've announced is that they're doing their first Asian superhero film franchise, which is going to be Shang-Chi. They've got Chinese American Dave Callahan scripting. He co-wrote Wonder Woman. He's writing Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse 2. and he helped create the Expendables franchise, or he did create the Expendables franchise. Hold on, Ghost, you're on my cord here. He's like hanging me, my dog. So let's see. And they're reportedly searching for a director of Asian descent and want to modernize it to avoid stereotypes. Because, in a lot of the 70s, there was a lot of stereotypes going on.
For you.
Why don't they get the director who did Crazy Rich Asians?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but it looked really good.
It is really good.
The lady that's doing the Eternals is Asian descent.
Oh.
So,
okay.
I mean, her name's been thrown around, but she's already busy with a project. So I don't know why her name would be thrown around. I guess they're just making a point. It's like, hey, we've got people of ethnicity.
Ghost, figure out where you want to go.
Go lay down, Ghost.
So Captain America and Deadpool and Wolverine entered into a Twitter war?
Yeah, so you know how like the Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman thing's been going back and forth, and they thought it was dead, but then the Grammy thing started up, and it started back again, and so now Chris Evans has jumped in and said, hey, because Hugh Jackman keeps saying that nobody wants that movie, which is ridiculous, because everybody wants that movie. And so Chris Evans jumped in and said, hey, you know what? I've got my monologues ready for this movie. Look, I'm down. So, let's see. Also, Brie Larson said that Captain Marvel, like she's stoking the fire. She said that Thanos looks kind of shrimpy. She said that she could pick up, or Captain Marvel rather, could pick up Thor's hammer. You comic book expert, want to chime in on that?
I mean, it's happened before in a story. I forget which storyline, but it has happened before, and other people have picked up Thor's hammer. But it's really upsetting that Captain America can't pick it up. If Brie Larson,
he budged it.
He budged it and made Thor sweat bullets. But yeah, if she does pick it up, then that just kind of means, bleh.
Yeah.
It basically means that she's exactly what they're making her to be, and that's the front runner for the next 10 years.
The new Cap, even with the red, white,
the new Cap / Iron Man. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, she could basically trying to fill both their shoes, like with even the flying and blasters and the character of Cap
and the American way.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm not familiar with the comic book one, or even if this iteration will be near.
It's so
the
they
same
put
person,
they've put a little bit of spin on her backstory, because before, like her original backstory, when she was Miss Marvel, she was just a secretary in the Air Force. She got kidnapped. An explosion happened, gave her powers, and then later on, when they revamped the character, she was still kidnapped and taken into space, but she was a part of a Kree hit squad, and she took the name of Captain Marvel instead of Miss Marvel. I really don't know why they did it, and then they got in the whole thing with DC, and DC was like, all right, you can have the name Captain Marvel, we're fine, basically. So
yeah, we'll just call him Shazam.
Yeah, we'll just call him what he says and tear. So, but for the most part, she's following her storyline of how they're doing the comics now. She wants to just fight Skrulls and beat up Thanos. And Marvel, whoever he may be, because it's not Jude Law, is going to probably die. Not probably, he's going to die. It just depends on who kills him.
He kind of has to, doesn't he?
Yes. It's literally like why she does it afterwards.
Even though they showed the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer at Brazil Comic-Con last week, we still don't have it online yet, and reportedly it's not going to happen this week at all. So on top of that, we got some funny information about what could be happening in this trailer, from like a relationship between Aunt May and Happy Hogan to Mysterio and Spider-Man teaming up, even though it might be a double cross situation. It's just some quirky stuff sounding. some quirky sounding stuff. So like it sounds like maybe Sony is sticking their fingers where they don't belong again, like they did with the first two Spider-Man franchises, and they screwed up. Where was I? The reports are coming out this week that they caused a snag in Marvel's game plan with Avengers 3 and 4 because they were not going to announce people that had been snapped if they, like any sequels beyond that, so that it would stay under wraps who makes it and who doesn't. But Sony insisted that Spider-Man Far From Home come out in 2019 on the heels, like within months of Avengers 4. So obviously they've got to promote and stuff. We've got major plot details from the Comic-Con and all this stuff, like a forum from the characters. We've got more information on Spider-Man Far From Home than we do on Avengers 4.
That's disheartening.
Yeah, so it's like, and it started from the whole meme, like where Kevin Feige is just like, oh boy, where she said, oh yeah, our universe and their universe are going to be in the same thing, and then she just, I think Amy Pascal is her name, and it's just like, man, please Sony, stay out of the freaking way and let Marvel do their thing.
Yeah. I mean, with Sony trying to get in here and mess things up even more than they kind of are, because with it happening on the heels, and like I read somewhere that Far From Home, the beginning of it is literally seconds after the end of the fourth Avengers.
Wow.
So it's going like right into it.
Like, I mean, any promo you see is already spoilery.
Yeah. So, because exactly. Like, Spider-Man's coming back. I mean, we know now everyone's coming back, but it's just almost diminishes in-game a little bit. We're just going to see it just how it happens at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that really sucks because Sony, because of their cash grab or whatever, is screwing the fans, which they have been known to do in the past with Spider-Man. It's like, I don't know. I'm really frustrated with Sony right now.
And especially all right, so say Spider-Man wasn't coming out right after, like months after Endgame, and then they didn't release any other Marvel movie the whole rest of that year, or until almost next summer, like a whole year of no Marvel movies, no mention of Marvel movies, maybe trailers here and there, since we know everyone's back. Like, everyone would kind of be a bit more hungry to go see it. Now it's just like, oh, Avengers came out, now here comes our next of Marvel movies.
Mm-hmm. And even like Sony's got their own Marvel Sonyverse or whatever that is kind of like, okay, we're gonna do our Sony within the Marvel universe thing or whatever it's called. And they're doing like all of, like, one of the reasons why they're using the Eternals, or not the Eternals, but the what are they called for Spider-Man Far From Home?
The Elementals.
Elementals.
I was gonna say that.
One of the reasons they're using the Elementals is because Marvel doesn't have rights to the bad guys of Spider-Man. They have rights to Spider-Man, but they don't have rights to like
dumb.
Yeah, like Aquaman or not Aquaman, but what's the dude? Hydro Man. Yeah, and all these other ones.
So like even like his little lesser villains, they don't have,
right? Yeah,
because that's a good chunk of villains.
Yep. I want to say there's like over 200 people that they still don't have the rights to.
Because his rogues gallery is deep.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Which is what they're doing is basically their Spider-Man universe is a Spider-Man's rogues gallery verse.
Wow.
Yeah. And they're still, I don't even know if they're going to try to pull something. And I don't think Spider-Man was in Venom. I haven't seen it yet, but Tom Holland was on set, so there was teasing that he might have shown up in it or whatever, but he might have just been making an appearance just because he thought it was interesting.
Internet would have put that everywhere if he was.
Yeah. So it's hard to say that if they're, I mean, because with Into the Spider-Verse, they're introducing all these other Spider-Mans that they could potentially use, like Miles Morales. Like, there's a huge fan favorite.
Yeah. Spider-Ham. Let's do it. Need a movie.
But I'm crossing my fingers that Sony is not going to gut punch Marvel at its height and make it stumble, and then DC is actually starting to do well right now. And then in a year we're talking about how Marvel sucks and DC is awesome.
I hope that happens. I mean, I wouldn't mind that world.
I want both of them to be awesome.
I want both to be awesome, but if I had to choose, I'd know who I'm picking. So, all right. What's next? DC news?
Yeah.
All right. So
nice little segue there for you.
So Jason Momoa says it is 100%, absolutely 100% that Henry Cavill is going to still be Superman, or not stop playing Superman at least. And Amy Adams said she was done with Lois Lane, but it was reported last week that it's still an open possibility.
Well, last week she said she was done,
last week?
this week she's saying, "Well, I still might."
Oh, okay.
Same with Henry Cavill. It was like he was
he
done.
still
Now he's
might,
like,
but
yeah.
okay. But they fired him, so I don't know why. I mean, okay.
Yeah, quote unquote. But they came out and was like, "Oh no, we didn't fire him. We're just moving on to something else."
Okay.
And then he posted this weird cryptic Instagram of like doing like the Superman song with like lifting the toy into this like on screen. It was really weird.
And then also we have Ray Fisher says the potential for the Cyborg movie is limitless because of the success of Aquaman. They are starting to rethink the DCEU. And now it's grossed more than Civil War did in China, which is a lot.
Yeah.
Civil War made tons of money.
Yeah, it's overtaken Civil War, which is huge.
But with them rethinking the DCEU, with Ben Affleck being gone, Henry Cavill now apparently just like up in the air. Pun intended. Yeah. It looks like they could be on the right track. They just have to. I feel like they keep giving their directors the freedom that they have been doing and not be trying to like poke stuff like, hey, can you put this in there? Hey, do you want to do this? Hey, we got a beer. You want to put that in there? Just have Aquaman just go and be happy. But if they keep on this path, everything should get to where it needs to be. Just be patient.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really all they need is just patience. Do it right.
What else? Oh, so I can't say the last name. Chris Messina?
Oh, yeah.
Chris Messina joins the DCEU spinoff of Birds of Prey as the serial killer Victor Zsasz, which will be nice. That'll be nice. And Elseworlds, if y'all did not watch the crossover in the Arrowverse last week between Supergirl, Flash, and Arrow, it ended with, I'm not going to tell you anything about it, you need to go watch that, but it ended with a very promising, heart-filling, yes, this is my life now, teaser for Crisis on Infinite Earths next year will probably be the best thing involving any sort of form of the Justice League or the DC anything live action ever. Because it's probably their biggest and most like world-changing storyline that they're going to use to either catapult, cancel, or numerous number of other things for their Arrowverse shows.
And launch another 10 series.
Oh, yes. Like 3 in the barrel, ready to go. And Beverly Hills star from Beverly Hills 90210 co-star and these names.
Ian Ziering.
Ian Ziering?
Ian?
Yeah, Ian Ziering. I always heard Ian Ziering. It might be Ian Ziering.
Okay.
But he's from the OG 90210.
Okay. We'll be playing the Blue Devil in the new Swamp Thing TV show, which I'm excited because all I need now is Frankenstein and Excalibur, and I'm good to go. And also, we have the cast and crew have started their first screenings for the DC Universe show Doom Patrol.
I'm pretty interested in that one.
Yeah, it'll be good. It's gonna definitely tie into Titans. Which Titans?
Yeah.
It's gonna tie into Titans, but at this point, I'm like, don't, because Titans has been like all over the place this whole season. Like every name of the episode has to do with somewhere they're either introducing or just gonna follow that character. But with this last one, the last episode, Robin versus Batman. Batman's basically a serial killer. Not basically, he is. He's just like every time he walks in a building, all you're gonna see is like batarangs and dead bodies.
It's not Batman.
Gordon's gone. Jason Todd brings Dick over to... He's not even called Dick. I mean, he's called Dick in this, but he's not called Dick in the comics anymore. It's called Richard. Don't know why.
Oh, because he's grown up now?
No, he's been grown up forever. They just calling him Richard. But,
Richard Cranium?
But, and he has to bring him in to go fight Batman, and I don't even know if he stopped him because I haven't watched it. But then spoiler for everything I'm about to say right now. Apparently, Dove and Dick Grayson have a secret baby, which changes a lot of things because it gives me gray hairs thinking about this. Because he's supposed to have a baby with Starfire, but he's not having no babies with Starfire, but he already has a baby with Dove, and why? So yeah, just
Remix City.
On top of everything else. And that's it for me. Moving on to TV news with...
Yep. So just to mention, Apple is going after the jugular with their streaming. We've got three big ones entering the streaming. We've got Turner, Time Warner. They own all that. And then there's... of course, Disney Plus, and Apple is also entering. Except the deal with Apple is like if you have an Apple device, you get it for free. So that's a bonus.
I guess.
Well, shoot, man. I mean, they've got a new series with Richard Gere coming out. They've got a new one with Jennifer Garner coming out from J.J. Abrams. So it's kind of like it's not Alias, but it's just, they're working together. And they've also got the rights to Peanuts, so they're going to make new Peanuts content.
Poor Peanuts.
I'm curious to see more Snoopy stuff.
Okay. We'll see.
Good family content.
Yeah. Or they just come out with a live action Peanuts. Because apparently everyone likes it.
Yeah, everything's
so. But, I mean, with all these streaming stuff, with all these streaming channels... Problems. They are problems. But streaming things coming out, I mean, I feel like everyone's just going to end up being like paying $50 a month for subscriptions of everything.
Right, yeah, that was supposed to solve the cable thing. But I think what's going to end up happening is like what's happening right now with Disney coming out with their own and Time Warner coming out with their own, because Time Warner owns Warner Brothers, they own DC. So like the streaming service that is DC, the DC universe right now is going to be swallowed up by Time Warner. So I mean, it's like, why are they even going forward with it right now? Because
truthfully, it just seems like it's a test run because you can't use it anywhere but your phone. So, I mean, it's nice. It works okay, I guess. But I don't want to sit there for hours on end to watch a show or a movie. And with my headphones in, my ears hurt.
yeah.
So, yeah.
It seems like the big dogs are coming in and they're kind of consolidating all their... bless you. Or excuse you. I don't know if that hiccup, what you're supposed to say. Nothing. You're supposed to say nothing. I'm getting the evil eye right now. But anyways, I think they're going to like consume all the other little fledgling ones up into one, and you'll end up paying like $20 a month and get everything from that one. Except that Disney Plus, who owns everything under the sun right now, that's not Time Warner or Netflix, has said that theirs is going to be competitive with Netflix, which is like the $10-$12 range.
I got news for you. Whichever one has The Office on it is the only one anyone is going to pay for.
But with the Disney deal, also Friends. But with the Disney deal that went through over the past Summer. Yeah, summer.
Yeah. It's supposed to go. It's supposed to be like finalized on January 1st.
Oh, okay. Well, with the finalization like right around the corner, and then them now owning 60% of Hulu, right? Yeah. I don't understand why they don't just like plug that into Hulu.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah. And
Already paid for Hulu.
the other ones are already speaking up that they're interested to sell. So why not?
You can just own Hulu and you can rename it if you feel like.
Unless
Don't.
because they've talked about like with the Daredevil universe and stuff like that they're not interested in bringing that to the Disney Plus. So maybe they're going to use Disney Plus for like the family friendly Disney brand, and then Hulu for the adult, more gritty content and stuff like that.
Okay.
Except that they've got you split. You know?
Groundbreaking idea. Just have a Hulu Kids option.
So yes.
Disney Plus Kids and Disney Plus Adults. I don't know. I guess like because Disney is like an umbrella company, and they've got a lot of like Touchstone Pictures and other ones underneath them that do adult content. Not like adult content, but do adult.
Brandy Max.
I don't want to say adult pictures either, but they do more mature content. That's not necessarily Disney friendly. So I could see them not wanting to put that under the Disney brand logo.
Because then people get confused.
Right. It's like, what is this? I'm watching Die Hard under Disney because Fox is owned by Disney now.
To me, it's the same concept or a similar enough concept of when ABC Family changed to Freeform so that they could put more mature stuff on there. Like, I have to mute the commercials on Freeform.
Oh, yeah.
Because some of the stuff they have on there. Like,
yeah, you're watching The Grinch Stole Christmas and then it's like, feeling bloated or you know what I mean, or whatever.
Not those commercials. It was another TV series that they had on that was not appropriate.
And even like after 9 o'clock, they start playing like Adam and Eve crap and stuff like that. Yeah, it's crazy.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, like the commercials.
Yeah. Not like OG Adam and Eve, except for that they're all naked and stuff. But
No, commercials for the company.
Yeah.
Okay.
The adult content company. So
Moving
anyways,
on.
yeah, moving on. Who's got the Mandalorian?
Oh, that's me. So the Mandalorian adds names.
Literally, this entire sentence is just a string of words I can't pronounce.
Giancarlo Esposito.
And Warren Herzog?
Werner Herzog.
Werner Herzog.
The great director who, I guess he's an actor too.
Okay. And Carl Weathers to the cast of the new show. I don't know where The Mandalorian is going to premiere. Is it going to be on Disney XD?
Plus.
Disney Plus?
Yeah, that's one of its premiere ones that it's
so it's going to
pushing.
be live action?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, all right.
And it's written and directed by Jon Favreau, and he's bringing in other great directors like Taika Waititi to direct certain episodes.
If Taika Waititi does an episode, it's going to look like Star Wars.
I think Taika Waititi did the finale of season 1.
It's going to be so much yes.
Yeah.
And also there are some rumors that Sabine Wren and Ahsoka Tano, who showed up in Star Wars, Ahsoka showed up in Star Wars, the Clone Wars, and Star Wars Rebels, the little animated shows that are actually pretty good. I mean, if you watch Rebels, make sure if your kids watch it with them, because there's some stuff in there, actually. To appear to, I guess, finish out the rest of their storylines.
Disney.
It got a little dark in there. I was like, all right.
Nice.
Maybe scratch my chin a little bit and think about it. But yeah, Star Wars, still shoveling out content.
Yeah.
Gwendolyn Christie says fans will need therapy after Game of Thrones season 8.
Yes.
Yeah, which I'm so excited for.
I need that in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, reportedly, like
We're welcome to it.
almost every day I see on Twitter, like so-and-so cast member cried the last day, how sad, or cried when they read the script, or,
It could be for so many reasons. They're either dead, or it's touching, or somebody else they like died.
No, they did.
Yeah, I'm going to go with
everybody
it.
died.
Bittersweet. Don't expect that to be a happy ending.
Night King won.
Not at all.
Yep. we got a new trailer for Star Trek Discovery Season 2. Selena is getting a scripted series at Netflix. It's described as a coming-of-age story, so I guess it's before the Selena movie. And it better be good, because nobody messes with Selena's.
And it can only be Demi Lovato. Please do not do anyone other than Demi Lovato. If you do, we're going to riot.
Yeah. When she first mentioned Demi Lovato, I was like, eh. But then she started showing me pictures of Selena and Demi Lovato right next to each other, and I'm on board.
I hope you post something about it. If you can't see that, can you see that?
Is that
it's the white balance.
Is that Demi or is that Selena?
I'll let you vote.
Who do you think?
It's Demi.
Spoiler alert. So, all right, we got to move on. We're running out of time here. All right, so also True Detective dropped a new trailer this past week. And they also, if you don't know, we live in Northwest Arkansas, and True Detective Season 3 was filmed here mostly. And so we're super pumped about that. I had a not cameo, but I was an extra in a scene in episode 3, so hopefully my part didn't get cut. But I have a lot of friends that were also in it that had speaking roles and got to go to the premiere. So they had a premiere on Friday, featuring many of the local actors that appeared. It airs on January 13th on HBO.
Cool.
So just a by the way, throughout the course of the year since we started doing the podcast stuff, we've said, oh yeah, we're going to do another podcast on True Detective, on Game of Thrones, and all this other stuff that we want to do, but it's probably not going to happen because Lydia and I are getting married in April, so that all that stuff that's coming out, we would have to take a stop and a huge break in the middle of that. So probably not going to happen. But we'll cover it on here on this one. And while we're on break, look for all of us on Twitter, and we'll post different content and stuff like that about what's going on, so you can also keep up with what's going on with us. And Quin has a special little thing that he's been doing recently called
Quin's Corner, where I do like a minute breakdown of things I like, pretty much.
Yep. So follow us individually, and you get all kinds of neat little extra content.
True that. Mm-hmm. And probably some references to some stuff.
Yeah, especially during the break, like when we're on a break, coming up over the holidays and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So anyways, it's because like we're trying to limit this to an hour, and there's just a lot of stuff we're not going to be able to cover.
Yeah, obviously we're not doing a very good job of that.
Yeah, for example, like Elementary is ending after season 7. Christian Slater says that Mr. Robot could end after season 4. One huge thing.
So the petition to have SpongeBob's Sweet Victory song played at the Super Bowl halftime has reached nearly 1 million signatures. The stadium that hosts the Super Bowl tweeted a gif of SpongeBob and crew getting ready to do the show. So are they teasing that it's for sure? Is it going to be an official thing? I think it would be amazing if it was. It'd be a great tribute to Steven Hillenburg, the creator, writer, producer of SpongeBob, who passed away in November, who I did not know was also a marine biology teacher.
Oh, really?
How cool is that?
Cool.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, exactly. So really neat. I think that would be an amazing homage to everything he gave to us through SpongeBob.
Yeah. That petition has almost 1 million signatures. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So apparently it's getting some attention, and everybody wants this.
Likes SpongeBob.
Yeah.
If they don't even mention it during halftime, then boo on them.
Doom on you.
Yeah.
Doom on you.
Oh, I'm late.
Yeah, we were through it.
All right. So anyways, one thing I wanted to talk about that I teased is Jim Henson's The Dark Crystal is going to be a prequel called Age of Resistance. It's going to be a 10-episode series on Netflix, and they released a teaser trailer that you're going to have to look up. And they had a couple images, and these gelflings look amazing. They also released a cast list, and I'm going to run through this really quickly. Just because there's some huge names on this. We've got 3 gelfling heroes who are Taron Egerton, Anya Taylor-Joy, Nathalie Emmanuel. I'm sorry, I thought I knew how to say all these names.
It's Natalie.
Yeah. Is it Natalie?
Yes.
I misspelled
It's
it.
Natalie.
Sorry, Natalie.
No, it's spelled like that, but it's Natalie.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Then we've got Donna Kimball, who's going to do the voice of Agra. And then we got, so it's just for the Gelfling characters, we've got Catriona Balfe, we've got Helena Bonham Carter, Harris Dixon, Natalie Dormer, Eddie Izzard, Theo James, Toby Jones, Shazad Latif, Gugu Mbatha Raw, if that's how you say it, I'm not sure. Sorry, I probably butchered it. Mark Strong, Alicia Vikander. And as the Skeksis and Mystics, we've got Harvey Fierstein, not to be confused with Harvey Feinstein or Weinstein. Mark Hamill, Ralph Ineson, Jason Isaacs, Keegan Michael Key. I'm going to butcher this one. Olafur Dari Olafsson from True Detective Season 1. Simon Pegg and Andy Samberg. So we got some heavy hitters on that. Super excited for that. And moving on to music news, the Grammys air on February 10th, 2019. Through the hit of Bohemian Rhapsody, it's now become the most streamed song of the 20th century, which,
Wow.
yeah, it is well deserved.
Stuck in people's head, I guess.
Yes.
And then look this up. Lil Jon and Kool-Aid Man just made a Christmas song, and it's pretty dang catchy.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this ain't even my house.
Yeah, it's a whole video. I shared it on the Broken Pictures Twitter feed, so you can go look that up. Yeah, it's pretty dang awesome. At first, it's like, what? This is... I love this. And comic book news, we got new PS4 Spider-Man getting its own series.
Yay.
And Walking Dead comic killed off another main character.
Because why not?
Yeah.
Might as well.
Video game news, Alfonso Ribeiro, a.k.a. Carlton, is also suing Fortnite for a stolen dance emote.
Which, it's not the first one, but it probably also won't be the last.
Yup.
Alrighty. Anything else?
You want to mention the Sonic thing?
Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog is horrible. I don't know who told them this was okay, but they need to be slapped. But yeah, if you happen to see pictures of it, there's like probably 3,000 memes. He looks like, I don't know, he looks like a giant live action hedgehog head, even though it's not really a hedgehog head, on a child's body. And it's gross.
Yeah, apparently they got rid of the mono eye, which is iconic.
Yeah.
And they gave him fur and leg muscles.
He doesn't have leg muscles. You see, these things are like this. You see my straw? That's his leg. There's a touch of foot on it.
But it's got a pretty dang good cast. It's got Ben Schwartz, who's playing the voice of Sonic. Jim Carrey's in it, who I think is Mr. Roboto. Dr. Robotnik. Yeah, that's it. Dr. Robotnik. What the heck am I talking about? It's been so long since I played Sonic.
Ben Schwartz is John Ralphio.
John Ralphio.
Oh,
Yeah.
who's he playing?
He's playing Sonic. Yeah.
It's the same thing with Detective Pikachu. I was not on it until I heard Ryan Reynolds say, "I've been so alone" as Pikachu, and I died. So, okay, well, we'll see.
I'm just waiting for the Deadpool 3 reference to Detective Pikachu. So also, in honor of Simpsons' 30th anniversary, the Empire State Building lit up yellow Monday night, which is pretty cool.
Pretty nifty.
Happy anniversary, Simpsons.
You did it.
Wow. Is it the longest
Go
running
you.
cartoon?
I think so.
think so.
Cartoon, yeah.
Yeah.
Not the longest running show. Doctor Who still owns that.
Right, but longest running cartoon.
Yep. All right, so that's it. Any last thoughts?
No. Everybody just have a good Christmas break.
Yeah.
Probably see y'all. We'll try our best.
Oh, for sure.
Unless you're like somewhere else, then we won't see you. But
Yeah.
but yeah,
Through the
if you-
screen.
Yeah. So yeah, we wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate or don't celebrate. Happy Tuesday, like she said. So I hope you guys have a great break. We'll be back in the beginning of the year for episode 3, and we'll talk to you later. Once again, thanks for watching on YouTube, Facebook, or wherever you found it, podcast form. And check out the website. That's www.broken.pictures. Check out the store. That's broken.pictures/store. And you can find us on social media, Facebook, Broken Pictures Social, Instagram and Twitter at broken_social, and Patreon, Broken Pictures. But most importantly, if you would please like, share, and rate and review. And that helps people find the show. So also, if you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you can get notifications of new shows. Appreciate the sound effects, by the way. This is Dylan.
And I'm Lydia.
And Quin.
And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Peace.
So, all right, I forgot I had a funny story. So, IGN reported that Christian Bale, that when he met Donald Trump while they were filming for the Batman, I believe the first Batman Begins, he met him and went up to his office, and Donald Trump smooth thought that Christian Bale was Batman. Like, he was still in his suit, so he was dressed up looking like Bruce Wayne. They went up to the office to have a conversation. He began to speak to him like he's Batman, saying things like, yeah, so when you go deal with the Joker and everything, just, make sure you put him away because I don't need him in my city. Like, he was smooth thought Christian Bale was, and Batman was real.
So there was no way he could just be like playing along.
Christian Bale smooth played along. He went along with it.
I mean like Donald Trump was just
he was
tongue in
serious.
cheek, like wink, wink. Hey, Batman.
No, he was quite serious.
Wow.
And I found that to be very funny.
Yeah.
And Christian Bale in the interview was like, I never thought that this man would be president.
It would explain a lot if they had put a child's brain in his body. That would really explain a lot of the things that he's been doing about thinking that he's Batman and eating cheeseburgers in bed and all of these other things.
But
Maybe they did something along those lines.
Yeah.
Okay.
We try not to get political, but I mean, sometimes you just can't help it.
And when it relates to the movie.
The jokes write themselves.
Oh my goodness.
All right, people. So,
All right.
yeah, that was my horrible.
He did one better.
Oh man.
Sorry.
Yeah. He's got a good one.
What? Oh.
Did it a second ago.
Everything's great. Love the show. Thank you guys for having me on. I'll see y'all later.
That's
Goodbye.
terrific.
All right. That's
Okay.
a quality
Bye.
good story.
Peace.